Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Hello, Craig. Are you from a creek, by any chance?
Shut up. Okay. So, is there anything else that we needed to do, or are we going to be clear to go? Perchance.
We should be good.
Should be good.
Should be good.
Wonderful. If that's the case, let's begin. 2050. Oh boy. Yeah. 2050. We previously have taken a look at what's been occurring in America. We've taken a peek at 25 years ago what occurred in Russia. But now, we move to present day, 2050, as we move to Central Europe, to Demiria, a country that at the moment takes up what we know to be Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and the western portion, France. A nation filled with people not of Earth, filled with Demirians, or as a lot of people from Earth like to use as a bit of a derogatory term, mimics. We enter these streets and we see beautiful, beautiful architecture. It's very clear that this nation has a lot of money and a lot of technology. In 2050, what are we doing here? What are we looking for? Well, from what we can gather, Demiria is quite a power-hungry nation. Maybe not all of its people, but its leaders are power-hungry and land-hungry, and would want nothing more than to continue to consume Europe. This includes their current target, which has been their target for the past 25 plus years, Switzerland. Switzerland has been a prime want of Demiria. But due to Switzerland's peaceful tactics and their unwillingness to comply, Demiria seems to not be able to envelop Switzerland. So now, what we're looking for is, from what it seems, a bit of a more violent tactic. After 25 years of threats and pushing, Demiria seems to want to strike. It's a beautiful summer's day, July. And we find ourselves just outside of Demiria Hall, also known as Vidar Hall. We're looking to follow this group of people, though we're looking to follow one specific person in that group of people, who we'll get to in a moment. Today seems to, for some reason, be a big day. The president has requested that all able-bodied men report to Demiria Hall in the capital. And among that group of able-bodied men, Elov Fessler. If you wouldn't mind describing your character, Aeronaut.
I'm a, let me just pull up the specific character sheet really quick. I am 5'11" and a half, with green eyes, dark brown, almost chestnut hair, relatively thin, wearing a pretty casual outfit, t-shirt, light jacket, jeans, running shoes, like sneakers, but underneath a college graduation gown. As today is my graduation day, and instead of being there, I am here.
That you are. So, making your way inside. Like I said, it's early July, like the first week. As, along with the crowd, Elov makes his way inside. And I will be putting up the image for Miria Hall. Where's Olympia Battle Maps? And let me scooch over to Sewers Sorcery. So there is those are the streets of Demiria. And Demiria Hall. Which I can make these images a bit bigger. There we are. So, as you make your way inside Demiria Hall, of course, you notice at the very front, amongst other people, the vice president, secretary, and such, you see seated the president, who I can also put up there to show who I'm referring to. Sewers Sorcery. Here we are. Elov Fessler, seated next to his VP, amongst other people, looks out over the crowd of able-bodied men, twiddling his thumbs, waiting for his chance to speak. And as you settle in and make your way inside fully, you notice that chairs have name cards on them. Each person finds their seat, and it's in alphabetical order of who's seated where. And you find your name card and take a seat. Before Ferdinand makes his way to the stand. Good evening, everybody. Wonderful to see so many capable people sitting in the audience. You all are my pride and joy. You're all intelligent. You're all strong. You're all in shape. And that's something that we in Demiria pride ourselves upon, is the healthiness of our nation. Unlike the obese bastards in America. Am I right, gentlemen? He turns to his lackeys, like his VP, and they all chuckle, as does he. I call you all here today as Demiria looks ahead. Compared to some other nations in not just Europe but in the world, Demiria is a small country. We've taken over such small nations, and compared to places such as Spain or Italy or, for God's sakes, Russia, we're a very small country. And as I'm sure you're all aware, Demiria's had a goal for the past 30 years or so, that my father, who was president before me, also fought to incur. The inclusion of Switzerland in Demirian landscapes. Switzerland, one of the most beautiful nations, and also one of the richest, and seemingly one of the least war-eccentric. It seems that Demiria is going to war. and the moon in the room drops. You see a guy sitting next to you as he elbows you in the side. I'm not ready to go to war. I'm too young. I'm too young. He looks no older than 16.
Don't worry about it. And I'm going to look. I'm assuming I'm by the edges.
Yeah.
I'm going to look to one of the guards and say, "Hey, I hate to interrupt, but I really have to go to the bathroom."
You can't hold it?
You want this grand procession to smell like piss? I don't want to risk it.
Off your seat. On your feet. Come on. As
Uh,
he...
I'm gonna follow along.
He brings you to the bathroom, and as you're walking away, you hear the president just, with that, we have outfits and your uniforms prepared for each of you, as I will be calling you up by name to come collect your uniform, as he starts in A. And you make your way into the bathroom. And as he brings you over, what is your name, recruit?
Should have said so on my seat. I am Elov
Elov. And he's...
Fessler.
Fessler. Wonderful. Alright, then I expect you to be out here before we get to the Fs.
Very well.
You...
Thank you for your kindness.
Sure. And with that, you make your way into the bathroom. And
Are there
where
any
is it?
windows?
Hold up. Ah, shit. Row Reggie. Is it gonna cooperate? Nope, that's not gonna work. I got this, gang. Don't worry about it. I thought that there were better options, but it appears not. Meh, whatever. Yep. You make your way into the restroom, and what you see is very standard restroom. On the left, your toilets and your urinals. On your right, the sinks. And you said you're looking for a window. Dead ahead
Yes.
is one of those rectangular windows that you can kind of peek out of.
Is there any way I'd be able to slip out of it?
Can you make a non-combat agility check for me?
All right. That would be. So since that's the Marvel dice, those are the other two. Fuck. Penumbra rolled a 6 on their on their Marvel dice on their first one. I roll a 1.
So what's that total?
8. I roll a 1, a 6.
Damn. And then you have no
That was
agility
almost
bonus?
the worst possible. And I have a 0 agility bonus.
Damn. All right. You look outside and you open the window, and it lets out a very audible. You put your hands on the windowsill and you try and hoist yourself out. You get one arm out, but you struggle to get the other arm out. And you continue to hear names being called out. Casil! He's in C's now. Before you hear the guard, you almost done in there.
Just about to wash up.
All right.
And I am going to just fall out. I don't care if I take damage.
You gonna fall out the window?
Yep.
You manage to get that other arm out, but you're not able to push your way through as you just lean forward and you take the brunt of the impact. Can you make a non-combat vigilance check for me?
Vigilance. Alrighty, Dory. Neither a 1 nor a 6 on the Marvel dice, but that is a 13 total.
That's good enough. Yep. You dust yourself off as you made your way out. You closing the window behind you?
Sure.
Okay. As you look about and you notice two things. One, right outside of Demiria Hall at the steps, you see a crowd of around 600, all women, waiting with bated breath. Little are they aware, currently, while men are taking up the entirety of the meeting, women will also be called in later, as they will also likely be recruited. So, you notice that. And you also notice a manhole cover. There's a roughly empty street ahead of you. Few guards, couple women who are unaware that, again, they will likely be called in as well. And not much else.
I'm going to, before I make a run for the manhole cover, I am going to try to find anyone that I recognize in that crowd. And if I don't find anyone by the edge, I am just going to throw my cap at a random person and call them over.
Okay. Does Elov have any living siblings or parents?
He does have parents, but they're definitely not here right now.
Okay. All right. You don't see anybody that you recognize, but you throw your cap. Okay. You're trying to get anybody's attention?
Just one person.
A
Any
lady
one person.
A lady
Yes.
sees the cap flying at you, and she cat flying at her, and she catches it, and she looks over as you wave her over. And she makes over. Yes, can I help?
You particularly interested in dying?
What?
If the answer is no, I would recommend you silently take yourself and those you particularly care about and leave.
Why?
It's best to remain unnoticed, though.
What's happening in there?
This is a draft.
A draft? They're gonna take my baby boy away?
Stay silent.
Oh,
Stay silent.
sorry.
This is a draft. And I have reason to suspect you're next.
Oh. Okay.
War is coming. I gotta go.
Okay. Thank you. And she's making her way back over, and you can see her slowly start tapping people on the shoulder to let people know in silence of what's going to occur.
And I am going to try to, as sneakily as possible, minimize the odds of getting noticed, head to the sewer grate.
You make your way over. You hear... Can you make actually a non-combat... Yeah, vigilance check.
Vigilance. Alrighty, Dory.
My name's not Dory.
8.
Damn.
5, 2, 1.
Here's what you don't notice.
Oh, wait. 9.
Here's what you don't notice. The window opening. Before you hear a guard scrambling out. Draft dodger, draft dodger, and he starts to scramble his way out as you hear from the inside, Farley. A's and F's. Hairs away from your name. I'll hit your ass, I swear. And he pushes his way out as he makes his way to the ground. Can you make a non-combat agility check for me?
Non-combat agility. That is a 6 on the Marvel dice
Ooh.
for a 13 total.
Gotcha. Okay, you easily spin the manhole cover off, and you drop down immediately before that manhole cover's back on top, and you can hear the pounding of the manhole grate as he tries to budge it. But you've got it locked down as you narrowly slip into the sewers. I'm going to. Where is it? Oh, shoot. There we go. That here. There we are. Welcome to the sewers, Aeronaut.
Hey.
We're going to put you roughly where you would be. Oh shit, actually. I'm not gonna do that. Don't memorize that. Where is it? Here. Is it gonna it did. It didn't. Okay, hold up.
I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30.
Why is it not?
You can use the Fog of War feature to cover.
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. There. Can you see the rest of it?
Let me take a look. Just gotta. I can.
You can? What the
Yes,
fuck?
I can see all of it.
Why is it doing that?
Fog of War, if you choose the shape feature, you can probably just do squares.
I did.
Then just.
That's exactly what I did, actually.
Okay.
You know what? It's whatever. You're gonna see all this stuff later on anyways. It's okay.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be a cool little tidbit, but you know what? It's alright. Where are you? You're right here. Boop. That is where you start. In the top left.
Alright.
As you find yourself in the grimy, mucky sewers of Demeria. Specifically, its capital, Vudar. So where are you looking to go?
Away. I'm just gonna look forwards and start running until my body won't carry me anymore.
Yeah. You start running for maybe half a mile. You're going until you just get exhausted and you don't hear any footsteps behind you. Can you make a non-combat logic check for me?
Logic. That was almost all 3 of them are 6s. One of them's a 5.
Ooh, Marvel die.
So that is Marvel die is a 6. One of the other ones is a 6. So that's a 12, 17, 19.
Damn. Okay.
So glad that wasn't melee. That's a -1.
It would have been a 16, which would have been crazy. You take a breather, and you hear from just around the bend these incantations. This chattering. It's cult-ish. Almost like people are attempting to make something breathe, bring something to life. And
Why that? I'm going to take off my graduation gown.
Okay.
And just kind of try to rip off a square to use as a sort of like those triangle bandit masks.
Okay.
Cover up as much of my face as possible.
Okay. All right. You. Uh-oh. Hold up. Sorry, I had to sneeze.
No problem.
So you make your way through, and you find this turn. You continue to follow the whispers, and then you reach. Son of a bitch! Hold up.
For our audio listeners, he went deafened and muted for a little bit.
I did. So there's a split in the path. To your right, it seems to go on for a bit. You don't see anything for a bit. To your left, you see another split to the left, and that's where you're hearing the incantations and whispering from.
Oh, this is the right choice. I'm gonna need eyes. Okay. Towards the whispers.
Towards the whispers. And you make your way towards the whispers. And as you kind of make your way through, and you arrive at this bend, you look to your left, just past the wall, and you see what almost appears to be a tomb. There's a body in the center. There's a tomb with what appears to be a body in the center. I can put the map on the board. If it'll fucking let me. There we go. There we are. Yeah, there appears to be a body in the center. And it kind of curves a bit further to the left before the wall stops and it opens up to where the cult members are. And you hear them whispering. Can you, I'd say logic.
Logic. Alrighty, Dory.
Mm-hmm.
I know your name's not Dory.
My name's not Dory, bitch.
That would be an 11.
It's a European language of some sort. They're whispering. It's not just random mutterings. You can tell it's a European language of some sort. Possibly German or French, something. As they hold their hands together with the candle surrounding them. And this body sits in the center. Now I'm going to need a non-combat vigilance check.
Vigilance.
Vigilance. The one that you're good at.
Alright. Oh, wait. The logic one was actually a 13. I forgot I had a +2 in it. Vigilance, that will be a 13.
Okay.
Total.
Gotcha. You look just past them, and I can ping it on the map. You see right over like here-ish. Hold on. Oh, come on. Now you won't let me ping? Now it won't let
Press
me ping.
Q
Really.
to go to the pointer.
Ah, thank you. Right around here. This area. you see a book. Just a book sitting there, open, and it's almost like it's flipping through the pages on its own. This is some freaky shit that you haven't seen before.
Well, they're not gonna need this.
You're going to
And
grab
I
it?
am going to try to sneak in and grab it, yeah.
Okay. You make your way through here. Can you do a non-combat agility check to see how sneaky you are?
Agility. Let's see. Please don't be one of the Marvel guys. I'm praying to you, oh Lord in heaven above. Solid. 12.
That's solid enough. Yep. You make your way over, and you pick up this book, and it closes immediately the second you touch it. Almost like it's keeping secrets that it doesn't want you to know.
I'm gonna turn my head to the cult, see if they noticed.
They're still deep in incantation.
I'm just gonna grab it and leave as fast as possible without them noticing.
You book it out of there as softly and quietly as possible. And you arrive on the outside of this little corridor in the sewers, and you catch your breath, take a breather. Are you going to try and open it, or are you going to leave it?
I'm gonna try to both get away from the cult and get away from any spots where the military could possibly find me.
Okay. So, would you like to go back the way you came in the other direction, or would you just like to keep going down this way?
I'm gonna go straight.
Okay. You continue to make your way down this corridor. And then you come across a fork. Either you keep going straight or you go left. But to the left, you see multiple barricades on the sewers, with just a small area beneath it where the water and fecal matter can get through. Meanwhile, straight shot.
Do the barriers have any signs, text, anything like that?
Yes, very large, just written trespassing.
That means someone's probably there. That's to avoid. Straight.
Straight. As you continue to make your way straight ahead. For another couple hours you're walking. Until you start hearing a voice in your head. You took my book. You took my book. Return it. Return it.
Tell me, let me read it first. I'll return it after.
The Herscheliter requires the opus necrosis.
I apologize. I've never heard those words before. Let me read it, and I'll return.
You gonna try and open it?
I'm gonna try to open it.
You open it and it refuses for a second. He goes, I don't grant access to... And he stops. You're one of them.
One of what?
One of
Listen,
multiple.
It's been a long day.
You're a mimic. But to tack on to that, you're a mutant. I can smell the extra floating in your blood. I despise your species.
I'm going to kind of sniff my rest. Can't smell anything.
Because you are not ethereal like me. Der Schussleiter. And you look at the book, and the pages start flipping and flipping and flipping. It likes you. Close it.
Then read. Write this voice if you wanted it to be closed. You could have stopped it from opening in the first place.
The book opens to the center on a blank page, and it starts writing on its own. You are a mutant. You carry extraordinary capabilities. And then you feel a little odd, maybe a little sick to your stomach. And then it continues writing, I shall unlock your true potential. Or you feel even weirder. You look down at your arms and you see almost like your veins are bulging out. Like something is activating in you. It's giving you power. Make it close it before this gets worse.
I am going to just drop the book open on the side of the walkway and just barf into the sewers, into the water.
You drop the book, and it starts just writing down more incantations, this time in various different languages. It's like each page is a different language. You see German, then you see French, you see Mandarin, you see Japanese, you see Latin. Until it closes. There was no pain in whatever just occurred. It was all entirely pure discomfort. As you vomited a couple times before those veins are no longer pulsating in your skin. You're able to breathe, and the book remains closed and immobile.
I'm gonna just pick the book back up.
You pick the book back up, and there was almost something about it before, and now it just feels a little more worthless. You sapped it. You bled it dry.
I can't say I did anything. It did everything.
You found it, you opened it, you bled it dry of all archaic nature. There's nothing left.
I'm going to just try to look at it and focus, trying to see anything about it, and in doing so, I am going to accidentally activate Sense Supernatural.
Sense Supernatural?
Yes.
You look at the book, and it's almost like the book is dying. Like you unintentionally almost cast this, and it's almost like the book is dying. You sapped it of its power, and you took all of it.
Took is a strong word.
That stupid...
It gave it.
It gave. That stupid gene in your body. You're a freak. And you're in my sewers.
Can't say. This is the first time I've been in a place where I didn't feel like I belong.
I am going to vanquish you. I will travel these sewers until I find you. Freak.
Well, here's to hoping I get out first. And I'm going to drop the book to leave it behind and just run.
You start running as you boom, boom, and you find yourself here, where you hear more whispers, but now you understand them. You understand every word that they're saying. You look past and you see a very similar ritual occurring. Some disfigured body-ish sitting inside of a ring of cultists with their hands connected. But it's levitating. It's floating. And then you hear the main one. Ablemi shall take Earth. They are the most perfect being. And we shall return to the roots. Damn the Celestials. Damn the gods. The vile shall rule the universe. That is where we will end your first.
Oh.